They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and more often than not, it's how celebrities show respect to each other.
I don't know, I'll find them. And he goes, find them, show me your leadership capabilities.
We saw your comments on our last impressions video, and some of your suggestions might just show up in this one.
Now, is Vince a ruthless billionaire businessman? Yes. But you probably have to be.
He's in the Baja, I think. Yeah, I don't even live in the continental United States anymore.
Yeah,
I'm in the Baja.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah. I'm down in the Baja now. I wouldn't vote for either of them.
Yeah, that was his whole thing, bro.
What year was it? It was 1982. When do you think it was? I don't know.
Yeah, he does that shit. When do you think it was?
Yeah, why don't you tell me? Is what why don't you tell me if you're such a patriot? I don't know.
Don Rickles had a voice and a presence that was one of a kind, making him nearly impossible to impersonate.
Yeah, they got a year yet. Everybody got to say, what are you doing? I'm getting the hell out of here before he decides to come back.
Despite the difficulty, Johnny Depp stepped up to the challenge.
So I ran backstage to go see Don before he was coming out. I run back real quick, and he's sitting in a chair, and I said, hey, Don, I just want to let you know, I'm here and wish you luck and everything. He goes, John, you're here, and you're not late.
That's a pretty good Don Rickles, by the way.
Thanks.
We all know how wild Mike Tyson was in his prime, and who better to narrate just how far he'd go to flirt with women than Jamie Foxx.
But Mike was a wild boy, and to hang out with him, you could understand, like, he was the biggest person on the planet, and he had the demons. You know what I'm saying? But he's fun too, because you see him in a club and he sees some girls and he be like, "Hi, how you doing? You like BMWs?" The girls be like, "What? You like BMW? You like cars? You like BMWs?" And crazy, he'd take the girls out and go get a BMW. I mean, he was that crazy.
Al Pacino isn't a fan of people doing impressions of him. In fact, he finds it pretty distasteful.
He does what I think is a pretty good impression of you.
Well, I don't, really.
Really?
No.
But when Jamie Foxx took up the challenge, even Pacino couldn't help but crack a smile.
We were doing the scene in Any Given Sunday, and we were very close. It was, I don't know if you remember this, but you were, and you fight with your fingernails, and I noticed wetness that was flying off of his lips on my face. And I don't know what you call that, but it was right here. It was a little, what do you call that? Mouth moisture. And as I sat there, I said, my goodness, this is the greatest actor in the world, but I need a squeegee. Fighting, you ride. And every F and T and S and P, it was crazy. I needed a little.
This next one's got the internet divided. The two frontrunners for the best Trump impression are Alec Baldwin and Shane Gillis. Whose side are you on?
Excuse me. A lot of people are saying her tits are fake. They're not fake. I touched them. And great tits, wonderful tits, American tits, and that's the thing that we've lost under this administration. Where are the American tits anymore?
Hey, ABC News, I'd like to ask you about your big Russian pee-pee party.
No, I am not talking about the pee-pee. Because it didn't happen. And it wasn't as cool as it sounds. Next question.
From playing a retired school teacher turned drug lord to his early days in comedy, and now impersonating other celebrities, is there anything this guy can't pull off?
And I talked to him. I said, "Are you going to go paragliding?" He goes,
No. Bryan, let me tell you this, okay? We're all gonna die. I'm just not gonna help.
Best Kevin Hart impression.
I actually saw you do it. It's pretty.
Yeah. What? No, man, come on. What?
Yeah. What? His hands.
Come on, man.
Very few rappers bring the explosive energy and rhythm that Busta Rhymes does.
I said it, then I gotta go, and then I gotta get it, then I gotta blow, and then I gotta show that every little thing, and nigga did be doing, because it doesn't matter, because I'm gonna everything and everything.
And who better to poke a little fun at this unique style than fellow rapper 50 Cent?
They said they can do put your hands better than me. Yeah. So do me a favor, right, Spain? You would know the layers of what you're saying, y'all? That was it right there.
Ain't you another layers of what you're saying, y'all?
If there's anyone who can rival Jamie Foxx in impression versatility, it's got to be Bill Hader.
No, and that was the big line in that movie was, open up the door, there's a bomb in there.
His rise to fame took off in 2005 when he joined Saturday Night Live, and it didn't take long before he was known for his razor-sharp, spot-on impressions.
I love film. I love women. I love wine. I love kangaroos. Hey, why not?
As versatile as Bill Hader is, Jamie Foxx takes it a step further. His impressions don't stop at just men. He even nailed a female impression with scary accuracy.
I was almost like a baby in that sense. I didn't really understand what was going on because me and my homies was like, yo, we got nominations. We was going crazy. Like at one point we were having too much fun and I got a call from Oprah Winfrey. Jamie Foxx! Jamie! You're blowing it! Jamie Foxx! Jamie Foxx!
We couldn't survive a second if we weren't able to act. That acting is a survival mechanism.
Marlon's just funny. He's just a funny guy. You know, he has these great phrases. Like I remember Frank Oz came in and, you know, Frank was terrific. He let us improvise. But one time he came in and gave Marlon a note real fast, and Marlon went, "Hey, listen, bub, you know, you gotta give me a little room to swing a cat here." You know. I was like, I leaned over to him. I said, "What the hell does that mean?" You know. And he had some scene where he had to say to Bob, you know, what would you say to $4 million? And take after take, he kept saying, you know, 4 million tomatoes, 4 million clams, 4 million apples. And finally someone said, Marlon, can you just say $4 million, you know? Get off the food kick, you know? It's like...
On a comedic note, Snoop Dogg took to his show to poke fun at today's rappers by impersonating them. For context, this is what rap has come to nowadays.
That's what's wrong right now. Everybody trying to rap the same style with the, I don't know who created it, if it was Future or Migos, but all them sound the same.
Norm Macdonald may be gone, but the moments he gave us live on, both in our hearts and all over YouTube, ready to bring a smile every time we look back.
It's like, who's gonna be the?
I don't know. Oh, Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe and the Spice Girls.
Yeah, Paul. Rob Lowe and the Spice Girls. Do you enjoy the Spice Girls, Paul?
Spice Girls, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they'll be on the show. Yeah. And Paul, do you watch the Saturday Night Live show?
Yeah.
What time is that on now, Paul?
Huh?
I say, what time would that be on?
It's like it's 11. It's live. I think.
Yeah.
All-time best ring interest music. He would come out to one note.
Really?
One ominous note. There's no song playing. It's like a for him to even come up with that, because you're the one that says I want my music to be, for him to go, just give me one solid note. And that shit would make you feel like a monster was coming in the room.
Who's bold enough to impersonate the president, right to his face and in front of his followers? None other than Jamie Foxx.
This was the most incredible moment of my life and all of your lives when our president-elect said to the American people, and he said it very smooth and calmly, he said, if there's anyone who still doubts that America is not a place where all things are possible, tonight is your answer. It's the answer that led those who've been told for so long by so many to be cynical and fearful and doubtful of what we can achieve, to put our hands on the arc of history and bend it once more towards the hope of a better day.
Something like Mike Tyson going through the drive-thru with Kentucky Fried Chicken or something like that. Hi, this is Mike Tyson. Welcome to Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah, can I get chicken and biscuit and some slaw? What's that you say, sir? I want slaw, lots of slaw. So anyway, the joke goes over, it's a standing ovation, and then Mike comes up to me, there he is! And I remember I was like, oh, yeah, and he just tapped me on the chest like that. My chest caved in.
Which of these impressions nailed it best? Drop your pick in the comments so that we can crown the ultimate impressionista. And if you want more impressions, check out the video in the top right corner. As always, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.